Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're looking closely at a supplement called EndoAD.
That's right.
Our source material is the official EndoAD website for the U.S.
Yep.
And the idea here is really just to understand what they say this product is, how it supposedly works, what's in it, and, what benefits they're claiming.
Exactly. We're breaking down the information they provide, focusing on those ingredients and the effects they link them to, making sense of it for you.
Okay, so right off the bat, something on their site jumped out at me.
Oh, yeah?
They say NAD plus levels, and we'll definitely unpack what NAD plus is, can drop quite a bit as we get older, like maybe 65% between 30 and 70.
Wow, that's a big number.
It is. So it immediately makes you think, well, what is NAD plus, and why does it matter if it declines?
That really is the core question, isn't it? The website calls EndoAD a multi-ingredient NAD plus level booster. It's positioned as a food supplement to help, keep those NAD plus levels where they should be.
Okay, a booster.
And they stress its role as a key cofactor responsible for cellular metabolism and regeneration,
A cofactor.
like a helper molecule.
Precisely. It's essential for certain biological reactions to happen. And NAD plus is critical for a lot of processes that, keep our cells running properly.
Cellular metabolism and regeneration. Yeah, that sounds pretty important. The site mentions some specific biological pathways, too.
It does. It specifically calls out the Krebs cycle and oxidative phosphorylation.
Ah, okay, bringing back high school biology memories.
Yeah, maybe a little rusty for some. But basically, these are the main ways our cells turn food into energy, NAD plus OKI. It acts like a vital shuttle in that process,
Shuttle, got it.
helping those energy reactions happen. So you can see, if NAD plus levels go down,
Yeah,
it's like a key part of that energy chain gets weaker.
right, that makes the idea of that 65% drop sound, pretty concerning. Now, EndoAD isn't actually NAD plus in a capsule, is it? How do they say it works?
Good point. No, the site is clear. It contains NAD plus precursors.
Precursor, so the raw materials. Exactly. The building blocks our body can use to make its own NAD plus suit. And it also includes other ingredients they say support cysteine synthesis, which is also involved.
Okay.
The overall goal, according to them, is to support normal energy metabolism and, help reduce that feeling of fatigue and tiredness. So it's about giving the body the tools.
Gotcha. Supplying the tools for our body to build more NAD plus Mushan. Okay, let's dig into those tools then, the actual ingredients. The website breaks them down. Where should we start?
Let's just go down the list they provide. First up is fenugreek seed extract. It's standardized for something called trigonelline 2%, and the dose is 300 milligrams.
Fenugreek. Okay, what do they claim it does?
They suggest it supports NAD plus production itself, but also increases stamina, helps muscle health, and aids glucose and fat metabolism. So, quite a few things linked to this one.
Multitasking there. Okay, next is L-tryptophan, 200 milligrams. I usually associate that with mood and sleep. Turkey dinner stuff.
That's the common link, yeah. And the website does mention it's essential for making serotonin and melatonin key for mood and sleep cycles.
Right.
But here's the NAD plus connection. They say it also supports NAD plus production through something called the kynurenine pathway.
Kynurenine pathway. That's a new one on me.
It's basically another biochemical route in the body. L-tryptophan gets processed, and, one result contributes to making NAD plus Corjo. They also claim it improves cognitive function and might even help with depression symptoms.
Wow. Okay, so a link between maybe feeling better mentally and cellular energy.
Yeah.
Interesting. What's next? Chamomile flower extract, 150 milligram, standardized for epigenes.
Chamomile tea, right? Calming.
Exactly. Most people think relaxation, and the site does mention that. But its main role here, they say, is supporting cell protection by tackling oxidative stress.
Oxidative stress, like cell damage, rust.
Kind of like rust, yeah. Damage from unstable molecules. Antioxidants, like those potentially in chamomile, help neutralize them.
Yeah.
And interestingly, they also claim it inhibits enzymes that break down NAD plus DONG. Oh, so it's not just building it up, but maybe helping it stick around longer.
That seems to be the idea, a two-pronged approach, potentially.
Makes sense. Okay, then there's green tea leaf extract, 150 milligram, with 40% EGCG. Green tea is famous for antioxidants.
Absolutely. The website highlights it as a strong antioxidant, good for heart health and fat metabolism. Plus, they say it improves mitochondrial function.
The cell's power plant.
Exactly. And protects against that oxidative stress again. We're seeing a theme here with antioxidants.
Definitely. Protecting the cells seems key. All right, next is grapevine fruit extract, 50 milligram, with 2% resveratrol. Resveratrol has been a a hot topic for longevity.
It has, and the site points to its ability to activate sirtuins.
Sirtuins,
Right.
the longevity genes.
That's what they're often called, yeah. They play roles in cellular repair metabolism. So the claim is resveratrol helps turn on these beneficial processes. The site also mentions reducing inflammation, supporting heart health, longevity, and cognitive function, too.
Lots going on there. Okay, then alpha-lipoic acid, ALA, also 50 milligram, another well-known antioxidant.
Yep.
Described on the site as powerful because it works in both water and fatty environments in the cell, which is pretty unique. They also link it to improving glucose metabolism, metabolic health generally,
Right.
and again, helping mitochondrial function for energy efficiency. That focus on mitochondria keeps popping up.
It really does. Antioxidants and mitochondria.
Huh.
Okay, next one is kind of different. Black pepper fruit extract. 95% piperine, branded as biopreine, just 2 milligram, tiny dose.
Seems tiny, but it's actually really important. Piperine from black pepper is known to significantly boost bioavailability.
Meaning how well we absorb other stuff.
Exactly. It helps our bodies absorb and use other nutrients better.
Yeah.
The website specifically says it enhances the absorption of things like resveratrol and EGCG from the other ingredients.
So it's like a booster for the other ingredients.
Precisely. Plus, they note it has its own anti-inflammatory and antioxidant effects too, so it's helping the team perform better.
Clever. Okay, now we get to some vitamins. Niacin, vitamin B3. A big dose, 250 milligram, that's listed as 1,563% of the NRV. Yeah, a significant amount. And that's because niacin is a direct precursor to NAD plus JACE.
Ah, okay. A primary building block then.
The website makes that clear and highlights its essential role in cellular energy, but also support for a healthy skin, nervous system, cognitive function, even potentially lowering cholesterol. So it has other well-known benefits.
Right. And finally, vitamin B6, 2.8 milligram, which is 200% NRV. What's its role here?
B6 is crucial for processing amino acids and making neurotransmitters brain chemicals. But importantly for this formula, the site says it enhances niacin's effect on NAD plus production.
So they work together. Synergy.
Seems to be the idea. Plus, it supports cognitive function and the immune system. Another piece of the puzzle.
Wow, okay. That is quite a mix. A lot of different ingredients supposedly working together for NAD plus support. Now, the website also lists benefits of having optimal NAD plus levels generally. What do they say there?
Well, according to the site, good NAD plus levels support cellular energy production, mentioning Krebs and oxidative phosphorylation again.
Right, the energy pathways.
And enhancing DNA repair. That's obviously huge for protecting against cell damage and, well, aging.
Yeah, that aging connection is definitely something people focus on. What more do they say about that?
They suggest higher NAD plus can potentially slow down aging aspects by stimulating those sirtuins we mentioned.
The longevity genes.
Right. Regulating metabolism, combating cellular aging. It's a core idea in a lot of longevity research you hear about.
And the brain. Cognitive function.
The site claims NAD plus helps there too, by protecting neurons, supporting brain cell mitochondria, which they suggest leads to better memory, concentration, maybe even lower risk of neurodegenerative issues. So physical energy and mental sharpness.
It really seems like NAD plus is involved all over the place. Any other benefits highlighted?
Yeah. Strengthening the immune system, suggesting NAD plus promotes protective proteins and immune responses.
Yeah.
Better defense against infections, maybe inflammation. And lastly, metabolism and weight control. They state NAD plus helps regulate glucose and fat use, potentially leading to, more efficient nutrient processing, better weight management, less fat storage.
It certainly sounds like NAD plus is fundamental to a lot. So who did they suggest this Endo NAD is actually for?
Well, they say it's for pretty much anyone looking for cellular health and energy support, but they do specifically call out older adults, athletes, people under stress, and generally those interested in healthy aging and keeping their metabolism healthy. So quite a wide net.
Covers a lot of ground. Okay, practical question. How long until you might feel something? What's the timeline they suggest?
They're sort of cautious. They say some people might notice effects in a few weeks of regular use.
Okay.
But for the full benefits, they recommend sticking with it for at least 2 to 3 months. Consistency seems key for that long-term cellular support they're aiming for.
Right. Makes sense. Like many supplements, it's not an overnight thing. And how do you take it? Any specific instructions?
Yep.
Recommended dose is 2 capsules daily with 300 milliliters of water. That's about a decent-sized glass. And importantly, they specifically say not to take it on an empty stomach.
Oh, okay. Must be taken with food then. Good to know.
Definitely. Crucial usage info.
Now, just quickly looking beyond the product itself,
Yeah.
they have the usual terms and conditions, privacy policy, anything interesting in the fine print.
Yeah, a couple of things. Orders seem to be mainly via the website. Processing time is about 7 working days, but they mention potential delays.
Standard stuff.
What's maybe more notable is the company is based in Hong Kong.
Oh.
Yeah, and the TNC state Hong Kong law applies to the website and purchases. That's, relevant for jurisdiction and consumer rights.
Definitely important context. Anything else legally?
There's a 10-day withdrawal period after you receive it, but under strict conditions, written notice, product unused, still sealed.
Okay.
And they're very clear. You can't buy it to resell it. It's meant for the end consumer, for personal use.
Right. Direct-to-consumer focus. Makes sense. And the privacy policy. Anything stand out? Pretty standard. Confirms nduna.com in Hong Kong manages the data. They collect it for orders, answering questions, marketing, providing info.
So, usual reasons.
Yes, but importantly, they do outline your rights access, correct, delete your data. Transparency there is good.
Agreed. Always good to see that spelled out. Okay, so let's try and wrap this up. What are the main takeaways from digging into the NDDA website?
Well, to boil it down, Enduinate is presented as this blend of ingredients, precursors, and other supportive compounds, all designed to boost NAD+ levels.
Right.
And the website connects us to a whole host of potential benefits, drawing lines between the ingredients, NAD+ itself, and things like cellular energy, DNA repair, maybe slowing aging, cognitive function, immunity, metabolism. It's positioned as quite comprehensive based on their claims.
Definitely paints a broad picture, targeting some really core biological processes.
According to their site, yes.
Okay. And that leads us nicely to our final thought for you, the listener. Given that big claim the source makes about NAD+ declining with age, and all these processes it supposedly influences, it really makes you wonder, doesn't it? Beyond a supplement like this, what else in our daily lives, our food choices, how much we move, how we handle stress, might also impact our NAD+ levels? That seems like a fascinating area for some personal digging.
Definitely food for thought.
Indeed. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive.